Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and I want to welcome you back to our house. I wish you were here sitting across my craft table with me. You can find us on YouTube at Joey143Jenny. Look at this cute little button my granddaughter made me. Isn't that cute? She got a button maker for Christmas, so she made that for me. I thought it was super sweet. Anyway, so today we're on part 3 of the envelope journal, and what I wanted to do is sew the signature in. I think I did this one time on my Facebook page, but I wanted to do this as the next part of this video. And so basically what I'm going to do is just sew that in so that when you flip it, you've got this nice little notebook type of thing. So let me sew it in. I'll show you how I do it, and then we'll flip through it. So basically what I do is, I might have to mend that. Whoop, I don't know if there's any mending. Okay. What I like to do is kind of put it at, a standstill like that, where it's standing up in the crease of wherever your book is going to be. So that right there is the spine, kind of the bridge. Normally what I would do is I have a little box here that I keep my binder clips in. And normally what I would do is put a binder clip, which I'll probably still do a couple binder clips, but because I had such different lengths and because it's in the middle of this envelope journal, I didn't think the binder clips were going to be enough, so I put that big paper clip. I got those as a gift from, I believe, my mother-in-law. She's always getting me something crafty, which of course I appreciate. Okay, now this is going to be a little tricky because I have left this ledger long because I'm going to flip it up after the signature is in. So, let's hope this turns out. Yeah, let's hope this turns out. So I think what I'm going to do is only be able to kind of bind this on a couple of corners and not all four like you normally would do. You would normally bind it on all four, but because I have so many things going on, I think I'm only going to be able to do it maybe like this. And maybe what I'll do is just hold this together with another paper clip. Oh, we'll see what happens. Okay, so my goal is that all of the center lines, line up together, and I feel like it's gonna do it. And then you can use all kinds of different things, something really strong. I'm using a strong embroidery thread. You could use a twine, baker's twine. You could also get you a bookbinding kit, which one day I will get. I just have so many other things I can bind with. I just haven't spent the money on it. It's not even that really expensive, but I just have so much that maybe someday I'll put it on a gift list or something for birthday. So I'm just gonna thread that. And now this is not bound, this isn't like on a spool or anything, but what I'd like to do is go 3 times the length. That seems to be the traditional what everybody does. I go a little longer because I never know what I'm going to do with the extra strings, so I do go a little longer. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, I have quite a bit left, so we'll probably be cutting some off. So I'm just going to lay my thread and needle aside, and then I have this book I got at the dollar store that I've tore out pages. You can see I've tore out a bunch of pages to use as glue pages, and what happened is it made it kind of a nice cradle. I actually bought this book because it was a lot of letters, high school letters back and forth to some kids were writing high school letters back and forth, but I quickly learned that they were naughty letters, so I didn't use them. I just used it for a glue page. So yeah, so whatever. All right, man, I hope this works out. because I've got so many different layers going on here. So I'm going to take my awl, and I'm just going to kind of fold it in half like that. Make sure everything is still down in its crease, since I'm not able to bind it all with the clips. I'm going to go right down the middle. Well, as close to the middle as I can. I don't measure. I give it a little twist just to kind of make that hole big enough for my needle. And then I'm going to go, I don't know, maybe about an inch down. Let me see, is that going to grab those? Maybe I'll go a little bit more than an inch because I have a smaller envelope on the outside. And then I'm going to just punch a hole there. And who knows what this is going to look like. And then I'll do about the same up here. I'll go about right in there. And, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't look right, we'll mend it and try again. So it's just junk. They're just old envelopes. Many of them came as junk mail, and I opened them and are reusing them. So I'm not really super concerned about it. So I'm going to take this Cradle book out and put it back under my desk here. Okay, so let me get my thread nice and untangled. Alrighty, so I find the easiest way to do this is to keep your book folded kind of like this. It just seems like you can go through easily. So I'm going to I go inside middle to the back, pull through. And my attempt is to hold this, but because I have left that long, I probably won't. I'll just tuck it under there and see if we can make that work. And then I'm going to come back through this one. Now, this is where it might get tricky because I have so many different layers popped up. So again, I'm going to try to fold it. Sometimes if you go ahead and fold it back again into that, a little easier. It usually is very easy when you're just doing a book, but because I have so many different things going with this envelope book, this envelope journal, it's a little tricky. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back down into the center hole, but I want to make sure that I keep this one out of the way because I don't want to go back through that thread. What they call splitting the thread, because then you won't be able to get your journal signature tight. So I'm going to go back through. Okay. And a good rule of thumb is to pull the direction in which you're going just to make sure it's tight. And that way you won't enlarge the hole more than you need to. And then I'm going to try to go back through this side. Well, where am I here? Where's my hole? Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, go back through there. Again, pull the direction it was coming from. There we go. So that seems nice and taut. And then I'm just going to kind of loop under that one. And I am going to give it just one more, kind of tighten it a little bit. I tighten gingerly just because it's a lot of vintage paper. So then I'm just going to do a quick knot here. Whoops. Let's just do a quick knot here. And then I'll do another quick knot. Quick knot. Quick. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to, where's my scissors? I'm going to trim it off a little bit. I didn't leave those as long as I wanted to, but they'll still work if I want to do something. All right, let's see how it worked out. I'm hoping, I can already tell it's just a smidgy-midge crooked, but I think it's going to be okay. I think we'll be able to work with it. So, and when I put my needle away, I keep my thread in it. It's not normally this long, but I keep my thread in it. It makes it a lot easier to find in my, this is my my little box that I keep this stuff in. This I found. These are really good. They're plastic ones. They're a little bit thicker, so you have to be, you know, kind of careful not to rip your paper, but they work really well. They were $1 at like a thrift store somewhere, so that's probably from another journal. Okay, there we go. All right, let me put these away. These are so great. I have no idea where she got them. If you have them and you know where to get them, put them in the comments because they're super helpful. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we had, all right, so what I did was I put a few little envelopes. I thought those looked cute there. So I can attach something to this flap. Let's see, do I have something nearby to attach? I think I have. Remember this paper that I ripped? You know, if we wanted to, we could attach that and make that a page. Could do that. Somehow could cut it off or even turn it this way. Might work better. Yeah. Attach that as a page. This one could be a page. This is that fun typing paper. This is coffee dyed paper I used with a placemat. Coffee dyed with a placemat on it. There's the shorthand. This is that really super fun ledger. Now, I didn't think this through. This probably should have been the middle page. So I'm going to turn that up. And then, so here's the line. Here's the line where I folded it. And I'm going to cut just a midge of a triangle out of that. Just a tiny bit on either side of that fold. And that way it'll fold up nice. Okay, so there's that. And then this is a piece of tracing paper or, what is that? Tracing paper or parchment paper. I use parchment paper a lot too. It's fun to write on. And I got that at the dollar store. And it's huge, so you know. And then here's school paper, grammar school paper, just a piece out of a book. Another coffee dyed. Here's part of one of those vintage books I showed you earlier. It's the one, grab it real quick. It's the one you remember somebody punched out the back. Must have had something really cute on the back. They had to have it. But I love it. And so I put this in here, and I think what I'm going to need to do is even mend a little bit more, or reinforce a little bit more here, maybe with some washi. It's just such sweet paper. I love it. And then of course you have the back side too. So here we go. I'll fold this up. Might reinforce that and make it a pocket or something. We'll see. Look at that. How wonderful that person wrote. All those little teeny. Let me see if I can get you a little closer. Look at how wonderful that is. Like no variation at all in the writing. This will flip out. We could glue that and make it a pocket, or flip it out and, you know, add another envelope to it. And that could be, you know, a pocket there. And then this is the envelope that you saw on the front right here. So we can put some goodies in there. And here's that baby one, and we can put some goodies in there. And then you remember we already did this. So, all right. So, yeah, there you go. So we have that little signature in. Nice. And it's coming along. It's getting kind of chubby. And now we can continue to add pages. We can even do more to it. We can add more pages. So, but I think that's all for now. And I just wanted to show you how to sew that in. And you can go on YouTube and search sewing in a signature. It's very, very easy. This may have looked a little complicated just simply because I was fumbling with all of the different layers of the folds of the envelopes. But it really, really is simple. And then, so here's our spine. You can see that thread right here. I don't mind that thread. And as a matter of fact, I love that, you know, we have this old stamp from 1924. And you know how much I love that. But if you wanted to, you could put something over that. You could put lace or ribbon or even a nice piece of paper or something. I don't think I'm going to do that. I might do on part of it, but I love the envelope so much. I just don't want to, you know, I just don't want to add too much to it because I'm in love with it. So, all right. Well, I'm going to set my book on it to try to weigh it down just a little bit because it flips up for just a little bit, because it's so chubby. And so I'll weigh it down until I can feel the other side and kind of balance it out together. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me and visiting our little yellow house. I hope if you're ever in the area or any of my local friends, I hope you'll come and craft with me someday, or cook in the kitchen, or maybe even garden with me. Or come help me put Christmas away. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Blessings to everybody. Bye-bye.